These are not store-bought tomato paste. If you are looking at it, you think they are not. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So guys, these are homemade tomato paste made in the comfort of my kitchen. So easy to make. You can make it in your own kitchen too. They are more healthy. You know what you put inside, unlike the store-bought. There are no preservative. After making, just throw it like this in your freezer and then you are good to go. So guys, sit tight and see the way I made this simple tomato paste in the comfort of my kitchen. So guys, for our tomato paste, you can see I have these lovely tomatoes on my table. That is what we are using. Just get your red tomatoes, any tomatoes that doesn't really have so much water. But even if it has water, you just have to cut it, take the seed out, and then you won't be having any water or liquid in your tomatoes again. So this is what we are using. And I have this pepper because I like my things to be hot. Though the one that's in the market, they don't add pepper, but since it's home use, I'm just adding this one abenero pepper. Then I'll be using this chili peppers. You can use sweet pepper, you can use tatashe pepper if you want. Then I'll be using the beetroot for coloring and then the carrot for coloring. So guys, let's go over to the sink, then let's wash it thoroughly. You can see the tap is flowing now. So I'll just add in some salt, or you can use white vinegar to wash. You have to wash very clean. So for the beetroot, you have to cut all the dirt to the body. I'm just using this big one because I'm not making much. But if you're making more than this quantity, then you have to use more than this. You have to use more than one of it. So I'll just peel it out. So this is the pepper. You have to wash, then cut it open to take out the seed too. Most times all these tomato paste that we buy from the market, we don't know what they use to mix it. So it's better if you have the time, just make yours at home. Then you can add whatever you want to add, and you know that it is so safe for you. And again, there's no preservative in them. So just keep washing until you are done. So my people, you can see I'm done washing them. They are so clean now. So what we are going to do is to cut them, take out the water, and then cut into smaller chunks so that when you are blending, it will be so easy for you to blend. So this is what we are going to do. So you take it out like this, then you cut into smaller chunks. Just keep doing it like this until you are done. Get a bowl and put it inside like so. So guys, this is what we have after I cut it open, took out the seed, both the pepper and tomatoes. This is what we have. Then for the water, don't discard this. You can put it at your backyard, it will grow, or you can blend it and cook with it. Another thing you can do with it again, you can take the liquid, add some sugar, use to wash your face, and you have a clear skin. Or you can blend the water and take to wash your hair. It makes the hair grow well and it makes your hair look so dark. So now what I'm going to do is to cut the beetroot, cut it into smaller chunks too, so that it can blend very well. Then we'll now blend. This is the carrot we are using. I've already washed and scraped it, so you have to cut into smaller sizes too. At times some people don't add carrot into theirs, but I like to add just one stick of carrots when I'm preparing mine. So this is what we have. We'll now blend. There are two ways to do this. It's either you boil it the way it is like this and blend, or blend it like this, then you now boil. But I'm going to be blending, then I'll now boil. Either way, it's okay for you. You still get the same result. So get your blender, then you now blend. Try as much as possible not to add much water, or if you can, do not add water at all, so that it will not take too much time to boil. So this quantity I'm going to be blending now. We'll just do it in segments so that it will blend very, very well. So guys, this is what we have. So when I'm blending mine, I like to strain it so that any skin that wasn't well blended, I can take it out. So you have to be stirring it like this until it passes through the strainer very well. So my people, you can see from the first batch that I sieved, you can see what we have. It's so silky, it's so smooth, no particles inside. So I'll just continue the sieving. You can see what I have here. Some of the carrots not well blended, and some of the beetroot skin is here. Tomato seed is also here. That is why it's good for you to strain it. So I'll just continue straining, then we'll now continue. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. If you've been following me, thank you so very much. Keep liking and keep sharing. Then let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a hug. You can see my pan is on the fire now. I'll just pour it inside the pot and then let it start cooking until the water is dry. Then we'll now have our homemade tomato paste. So just cover the pot and you keep checking it to see how it is cooking. So I've come to check our tomato paste. You can see it's already boiling. So from time to time you check, you scrape the side of the pot so everything can cook very well. At this point, you can just add in some cooking oil. This will help to preserve it the more. But if you don't want to do that, it's an option for you. So I'll cover the pot again and let it keep cooking. So my people, this is what we are having now. You can see it is drying down, but you still have some liquid inside. So I'll just allow it to keep cooking until all the water is out. You can see the splashing is too much. I almost burnt myself now. You can see you cannot even tell from the store-bought and one that is made at home. You cannot really tell the difference. So I'll cover the pot and let it keep cooking. So my people, this is what we have. You can see it's splashing everywhere and the water is 90% dried. So what I'll do now is to turn off the heat, allow it to cool down. Then I'll now pour it in a strainer to take out the remaining water. Or if you have cheesecloths, you can just put it in there overnight or some hours and all the remaining water will be out, and there you have your homemade tomato paste. You can see no more difference between the house made and the store bought. So if you have the time, just try and make yours in the house. But guys, take time to hit that red button to subscribe, follow me, like the video, share the video, and tell me where you're watching from so that I'll give you a hug in my neck. So now I'll just turn off the heat. Wow, this is so beautiful. It has cooled down a bit, so I'll just pour it into a strainer and get out some of the liquid. You can get your cheesecloth too and do the same thing. But if you don't have cheesecloth, you can do this. If it stays there for an hour or two, you would have gotten some liquid out. So this is going to be resting here for some time. After some hours, guys, this is what we have. You can see some liquid. Don't throw it away. You can still use it to blend tomatoes if you want to blend tomatoes. So normally what I do, I'll get my small cups and I'll put them inside here, put it in the freezer like so. You can see how it's just looking like the store-bought. I'll just put it inside here like so. Wow, this one is filled up. And when they are blocked, if you want to cook, just take one out and then you are good to go. So guys, if you have watched up to this moment, I say thank you so very much. Let me know where you are watching from so I can always give you a hug. And guys, I will see you in my next. Bye bye.